Hello, YouTube. It's me, Robert Oliver, and continuing with continuing whatever. Bleh, that's a hard word for me to say. Um, I'm continuing There we go. Outer Worlds. Um, this will be the third uh playthrough, I guess. Um. So leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and hit that bell, I guess, to be notified. I don't know. Anyways, we just reverted power to Edgewater from the power plant. So yeah. Like I said, you can actually still save Adley and the group, which is the group we saw in the previous video. So I'll you'll see what I mean in a bit. So let's continue. Leave a like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, here we go. Oh, hey, I just got a trophy. Ouch. You stupid robot bastard. Ah, yeah, there we go. I didn't do this last time either. Shut, shut down the gate.
You took one down!
Now, Adelaide's gonna be pissed at me, but like I said, there's a way to save them, and you will find that out soon enough.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
What happened? Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. Would you? I'd be grateful. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. I mentioned those manuals on mechanical engineering. Suppose if I had one of those, I could go back to Reed and make a real case for myself.
So that's basically another side quest, but let's actually go back to Edgewater for now. Oh, yeah, here's an easy way to do it. Hold on. I basically did unlock fast travel so I can actually fast travel to Edgewater instead of walking all that way. Yeah, I mean, even though I like walking a long distance in the game, I like fast travel when it's available, I guess. I don't know. Nope, excuse me. Wait, what? Thompson's Cup. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic. You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance. What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery. You're right, I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do for this town is to stand down, then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
So basically, Adelaide's gonna be the new mayor of Edgewater. That's what I'm talking about. About you saving those people instead of just cutting the power off and leaving them.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement. I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they ain't care much for me. That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda. He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. I think there's something higher and greater than us. But I don't feel it when I'm in the mission.
Oops. Oops. This isn't where I meant to go. Oh well. I'm actually close enough to Adelaide I can just walk the rest of the way, I guess. Not to be too lazy. So I'll walk. Yeah. Not to be too lazy like I actually am in real life. And in real life, I guess I'm major lazy, I don't know. Well, that's some things I'm very lazy towards, I guess, I don't know. And out and shut up, all of you, for judging me, because you are probably lazy too.
Look at that. The snake's come back. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Okay. Companion perks, so you can now level up your companions. Oh shit. Okay, well, it keeps what you did. You just don't did not apply it yet.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild Canids, on the other hand.
Didn't think she'd go back so long as Reed was still running the place. Something must have changed. If Adelaide's going back to Edgewater, we'll follow her. I'll tell you what I can. What is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, I forgot this.
Now I can fast travel. Now I can fast travel out of there. I almost forgot what I came for. Oh well. Oh. Oops. Hit the mic. Whoops.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit? Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
You gotta be careful when you're trying to do that because you can actually kill yourself by doing that.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome! Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Like I said, do not say no to this one because this one is fun, she's adorable, and she's just so cute. And I don't mean cute as in just pretty, I mean cute as in pretty, and well I'll just let you play play the game and see for yourself. But yeah, the stuff you do with her is adorable. That's all I'll say, without spoiling it too much.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Whoops.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities. Welcome back, Captain. All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit?
Whoops, I keep hitting the mic, sorry. It's just, it's on the headset really close to my mouth, so, and I'm, like, yeah, doing the thinking, and when I do that,
a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
I'm hitting the mic accidentally, so sorry. Let's continue here.
Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Before I do that though, let me see. I think there was actually a way to oh, not yet. I guess not yet. I still don't know what this is yet. I'm still really new to this game, so yeah, I don't know what this is yet. Oh, yeah, hold on. There's also this on the chip as well. If you go all the way up, there's this.
How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Welcome to the system map. Okay. So basically, it's basically like you just saw a navigational map thing, where you can pick and choose.
Mission reached. The Groundbreaker.
Kinda like in Destiny, how you go to orbit. That's basically the same thing, in a way.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else? What?
Oh, no.
You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it.
I accidentally said that before. No.
Oh, that's a relief. Thanks, Captain, for letting me stick around. I mean...
I accidentally said that before. I did not mean to then, and I don't now. So basically, like you saw there, you can have 5 or 6 people on your ship at once as your crew. Unfortunately, you can only take 2 of them as companions. So yeah, and they level up when you actually take them out. They actually level up as well. So, as you saw, I was able to put a skill point on her, so yeah.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
See? Isn't she just adorable and lovable? I mean, come on. Oh, and by the way,
That's not the point. This half would just
oh, and by the way, on the Groundbreaker hill, I saw something that I'm guessing not everybody knows about yet, so I'm gonna show you. If you get off your ship and come all the way to this other end, there's a stairs, and then there's a restricted area you could lockpick, and then there's a ladder here. Now if you go up this ladder, you can do a little parkour here. Oops, don't fall down or else you'll hurt yourself. But yeah, I'm guessing not everybody knows about this because it's still a brand new game, kinda. So yeah. You can like get some extra ammo and stuff here, but here's the real secret of this area. Ah, poop.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Hold on, I got it before.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
So as you see, if you failed that jump, you could easily get back up. I would suggest for that first jump, you could normally jump it, but I always try and get a running start. Like that, you could normal jump it too. There we go. So basically the secret is somebody must have died up here. And you can also grab a bunch of stuff from this container up here. But yes, somebody must have died up here. I'm guessing they must have was fixing something and something died up here. And the boxes are perfectly placed so you can get back out. See? Ouch. I meant to land right here. Jump right here. But, whoops. And now just climb down and go into the main entrance. Go through the main entrance. Oh, yeah, you can steal stuff from here, but just be real careful. I'll show you now.
Hey, that's company property. What do you think you're doing?
Damn it! Vibe.
You know, you made a real generous argument.
Yeah, that did not happen before. Did you actually make them see? Ah, you're cute, but come on, really?
Identification, please. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it.
Oh yeah, the promenade's a really beautiful place on the ship. You'll see it in a bit.
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship? It doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? Be seeing you.
So basically, you could ask that guy for directions, but as you can see, she's actually marked right there, so technically you don't need directions to know where she is, because like I said, she is marked by that waypoint. And the board is marked by that waypoint as And here's the promenade. The inside of this big...
Aftertaste for rainbow.
Shut up, robot, shut up. So basically, this is all inside this one big gigantic space station ship thingy, whatever, I don't know.
It just me, or has it been deader than usual around here?
Chief wants to reduce board traffic.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
She sounds like a lovable grandma.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility.
She
Might
wants
be this would help out the Groundbreaker,
10,000
as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms,
she wants 10,000 bits. I don't know what that is.
do you know Edna over in engineering?
Like,
Sweet as a pea, that one.
I'm guessing that
On occasion,
is
she'll
money.
pass along transmissions I might
Yeah.
find interesting.
Yeah, money.
She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
I know she's in there, Mfuru.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastard. I'm just gonna hang in the back. Try not to touch me.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells, he tells me he will soon. I impound his ship, he explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
I actually have time to go one more place before the video before this video ends. But it's about to end in a little bit. But I still got a little bit to play in the playthrough, but I'll say this again. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll keep playing until the video ends. So let's continue.
And an old Yakita 3.7? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Spacer's Choice is enjoying an unexpected windfall.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.